Can you see it? The left thumb is thinner than the right thumb. Hi guys, I'm here today to help you with figuring out some of the basics of the bassoon for your beginners in band, as well as help out some of those in class woodwinds. I'm going to take you through the steps that I teach my beginners at home in my studio, and it's the fastest way to help them feel successful. First off, the bassoon, the left hand is going to cover the upper portion of the bassoon, which is the long joint and the wind joint, and the right hand is going to be based on the boot joint. First off, I have them locate the whisper key. The whisper key is on the back here, and it is the lowest key and the furthest for the hand to reach. This whisper key works as a low octave key. Anything below A, meaning G, all the way down to low B flat, the lowest note on the bassoon, requires that the whisper key is depressed. Okay, and that has a mechanism on a pancake key to help you once you hit the low E. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's first take you through what I do with my beginners. Students need to get a note out as fast as possible so that they feel successful, and then learning notes that are just placing one more finger down makes them feel good. So what I start with is everything open except for the whisper key. All tone holes are open except the whisper key is depressed. That means that you have F. Okay, so then from F, you're going to place the first finger down on the first tone hole, that's E. Second finger on the second tone hole, that's D. Third finger on the third tone hole or key, sometimes they're a key, it's okay, that's a C. Then you have the left hand still down. We're going to continue adding keys. You put the first finger down on the first tone hole, that's B natural. Then from there you add the second finger on the second tone hole, that's A. Third finger down, and that's G. Finally, the F on the F key, all the way down here with the pinky. Left hand is still covering these upper tone holes and the whisper key. That's low F. Then from there we start pushing into the low register range. For the low register range, you're going to need to go ahead and add the pancake key down. This is directly below the B flat key, and it is the key that looks like a pancake, so that should be pretty straightforward for you. So you have all of the same fingerings down that you had for the F. All you do is you add the pancake key. Now you'll note that the pancake key has a mechanism on it that adjusts upwards, and this places the whisper key down so that you no longer need to continue holding the whisper key down for the low notes. So the front of the bassoon, fingering F. The back of the bassoon to play E, you add the pancake key, okay? After you add the pancake key, that's low E. For low D, you're gonna go ahead and add the low D key. That's here with the left hand. Then you'll add the low C key for low C, then B for low B, and then finally you get the chromatic with the B flat, which is that key that reaches all the way up on the top of the bell for a low B flat. And all we've done is just add keys consecutively so that the students can be successful and honk out some notes. Now we're going to get into some of the notes that are accidentals, okay? Or keys that will add in some more chromatics for your students so that they can get out a B flat major scale. Always successful for beginning band. We're going to take what you already know with the F, and then we had E natural. We're going to go from E natural to E flat. Easy fingering for beginners is to go ahead and just add the ring finger down, and you end up with what we call on bassoon a fork. A fork means that they have the middle finger up, but the two outer fingers are down. So there is your E flat. Also note that we still have the whisper key down because we are dealing with a note that is below a G. Anything from G all the way down to low B flat, again, does require the whisper key in order to get those notes out. So there is your E flat. Then we go to D, which you already know, okay? Then we are going to go ahead and go after a D flat C sharp. This is a note that most students have a little bit of a trouble with, largely because of the back of the bassoon. For the back of the bassoon, they will finger with the C sharp, but oftentimes they miss getting the D key down. If their hands are small, the D key will naturally be depressed, which is what you want, okay? So make sure when they're playing your C sharp, D flat, that they have not only the whisper key down, the C sharp key down, but they also have the low D key down as well. Okay, that's a special one to watch out for that beginners are going to have a hard time with. If their hands are small, it'll be easier. From C sharp, D flat, we go to B natural, which you already know, and then we're going to go to B flat. B flat is the same as fingering A, which is 1, 2, 3, whisper key. 1, 2, if you remember, because that's A. The only difference is that we're going to add the key that's directly on top of the pancake key, which is called the B flat key down. And that is, again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the B flat key, which is directly above the pancake key. Then we have A, which you already remember. You just lift up from the B flat key to A. Then you're going to go to G. Okay, and then from there we need an A flat. Okay, now I purposefully went a little bit out of chromatic order there because if you remember A to G, you're going to need this G key down in order to play an A flat. Okay, so you have the fingering of G, and then you're going to go ahead and add the A flat key. The A flat key is the key that is directly below the F key. Okay, and you'll have, again, that's whisper key, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, G key, and then add the A flat key. From there you go to G, which was the chromatic, and then we're going to go to F sharp. If we're moving down the scale, I go ahead and use in the low register the back F sharp. F sharp on bassoon is one of those notes that is naturally going to run high. Okay, by using the F sharp that's on the back of the instrument for the low register, we have a better success level of that not being as sharp. So the F sharp key is the key that is directly below the pancake key. Okay, and if you use that one, again, that's 1, 2, 3 in the left hand. Still haven't changed that. 1, 2, 3, meaning the G key is down. And then you have the F sharp key that's on the back of the bassoon. For those of you that are looking for alternate fingerings, because I know you will be asked about this, I do use the front F sharp, and I use the front F sharp when it is in the staff. Okay, that means the second line of the staff and bass clef, and that one, instead of just using the F key for the right hand, you're going to go ahead and reach all the way across and depress both the F key and the F sharp key. So you do have two options there. Again, the back F sharp and then the front F sharp. Again, I use the low register one is the back F sharp. The in the staff one is going to be the one that uses the half hole and also is the front F sharp. From there we go to E, which we've already discussed, which is the pancake key. Continuing on chromatically, we're going to add E flat. E flat is one of those notes that's going to start using the pinkies on the instrument, okay? The pinkies on the instrument, again, are a little bit tricky, but they help hold the instrument, so your students should probably like this fingering. You have, again, the fingering for low E, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, G key, F, pancake key. The difference here is that you are going to put the D key down. Now, if you only put the D key down, you're going to end up with D. In this case, you are going to add the pinky on the front, the top pinky, and that's low E flat. Again, you don't have to worry about holding the whisper key down because the pancake key is holding the whisper key down for you. From there, continuing on downwards, you're going to go ahead and release the pinky, and that gives you D. For D sharp, C flat, here you are going to add the lower pinky. So before, for E flat, it was the upper pinky. Here you're going to have the lower of the two, which is the D flat. To go down to the C, you just lift that pinky up and you go down to the C key. Again, then you have B and then B flat. Okay, we've covered the low register of the bassoon. Now we're going to cover going over the break for bassoon. So if you remember, you have F that is completely open. That's the second line in the staff for bass clef. We're going to go over the break chromatically to F sharp. This is the one that we just spoke about that uses the front F sharp with a pinky that holds down both the F key and the F sharp key down. It does use a half hole, and I have filmed a video for you on how much of a half hole is effective, and I'll go ahead and link that down below. In that video, it also has a sound of what it sounds like if there's too much half hole or if there's not enough half hole. After we have F sharp G, F sharp to G, you're going to just lift up the pinkies and you're at G. Again, this is the same as the low register fingering. The only difference is that it utilizes a half hole. From here we go to A. A too will utilize a half hole, but the difference between A at the top of the staff versus the one in the low register that we've spoken about before is that you lift the whisper key off. Okay, so no whisper key when you hit A. From there, we go to B flat. B flat is the same. Again, no whisper key. It's the only difference. B natural, same, no whisper key. And in fact, that's the same all the way up to high D. After that, we get to high E flat. That's the one just above the staff that's starting to use ledger lines. And from there, we have first finger, second finger, and then middle finger and pinky finger. So that's high E flat. Again, no whisper key because remember the whisper key is a low octave device. So it's going to make low notes come out. In this case, we have high notes, okay? So that's 1, 2, and then open, 2, 3. From there, you'll go to E. E utilizes a fork on bassoon. Again, that's where you have the first and the third finger down, but the middle finger is up. And then you're going to have 1, 2, 3 in the right hand. The only difference between high E and high F, students love this, all you have to do is lift the G key up, which is the ring finger of the right hand. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this and it helps you out and that it helps everyone get an A in Class Woodwinds, and many of those band directors out there feel comfortable starting their beginning bassoonists out and they are not intimidated, because I know the backside with all of these thumb keys, they can be a little bit intimidating. So hopefully this helped take away some of that intimidation factor. I know this instrument doesn't play itself. If you have any videos that you'd like to see, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I'm more than willing to help out in any way that I can. Just let me know what it is that you'd like to see and I'll try to film it for you. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thanks guys, see you soon!